project, we're going to take a regular straight skirt with a dart designed to be on the fold, but we're going to add a seam allowance. That we're going to take this out of being just a straight skirt and make a V-shaped stripe design in the center, like this picture here. So the first step to doing this is we go straight through that dart. We're going to cut this dart out. We're going to draw a line straight down. Straight down. We're going to cut to here, leave a little bit of a pivot point. Cut to, but not through. And then we're just going to pivot this a little bit from underneath layer. Pivot that until the dart closes. Okay. And we will put this over some paper, retrace this connecting the bottom seam with a nice even line. And we've got a beautiful bias A-line skirt. Disregard these little pieces that are coming off the PDF from the bottom. All right, so I have taken my curve and finished out this curve. And this is my front piece. Second thing we're going to do, oh, and I also added a 5/8 inch seam allowance to the front. So, in summary, we slice out the dart, slash it to the bottom of the skirt, close up the dart, and add 5/8 seam allowance to that front edge. So now we're going to have a seam at the front of the skirt, whereas before it was on the fold. All right, and then we complete this curve here with your pencil. Now we're going to draw our grain line onto this skirt so that we can have that nice pattern that we're looking for. That grain line will be drawn at a 45-degree angle from the front. I have a 45-degree angle on this ruler. It's a grading ruler, but if you don't have that, you can use a protractor. I use all the time for welts and so on. And you put the protractor like this on the line, just like you did in 6th grade geometry. This is 90 degrees. And this is 45 degrees. 45 degrees is half of 90. You go from there and draw it out. Or you can use this. It's got a 45-degree angle on it already. With a line, make sure it's nice and steady. Right here. We draw a dot on both sides. And now we get our grain line. And we're going to have that beautiful striped V-shaped front for your grain line. We're going to do the exact same thing to the back half of the pattern. We have a dart here. We're going to cut it out, slice it to the hem, pull out that back, and then we'll have this nice circular A-line flared skirt. I put the download for this skirt in the description so you can download it yourself. It's only one size, but I'll show you very quickly how you can make this skirt to your size. 1/4 of your full waist measurement, 1/4 of your full hip measurement. If you need to make it smaller, come in. If you need it larger, go out. All you have to do is change this line between here and here on each piece, or to reflect 1/4 of your waist measurement. Remember, when you take the waist measurement of the skirt, subtract out the dart, the amount for the dart, and you'll be good to go. If you want it longer, just make it longer. It's just a simple skirt. Very, very easy to adapt to your measurements. And you see we got a great big gouge in here like this. Let's take your curve and get down here. See how that made a nice chunky V in there? We don't want to leave that there like that. So what we're basically just going to do is smooth that out. Measure the waistline of the skirt, compare it to yours. Divide by 4. 1. Put 1/4 of it onto this. These are the seam lines. So measure from seam line to seam line. So from here to here and here to here. Don't measure the dart part because that's going away. Whatever these measures are, that should be 1/4 of your waist. If it isn't, just move it out. You can move it out at the center, you know, the center, you can move it out, or you can divide it evenly between each side. Probably be better. You want the dart to be in the right place, but it's not a real complicated thing. You measure from here to here on the pattern, or on your hip measurement. Measure from here to here. Take 1/4 of your actual hip measurement plus a little bit of ease. Add that amount evenly. If you've added some to the front, you want this front part to be a straight line, and then add the rest to the side there. Okay, so either way, you just add it if you need to make it larger, or subtract it if you need to make it smaller. Just remember, this front line here has to be perfectly straight. So now we're going to go ahead and cut out this right here. Okay, cut that out. Again, keeping your ruler straight, like within 2 millimeters. Again, we're going to cut through all the way to, but not through this. Leave a pivot point right here. Right, and close it up just like that. See that? Here's your slash. You close it up, and we've got this nice flare right here that we are going to use. That we're going to line up the stripes on that. It's going to be really pretty. So that was skirt front. I marked that as skirt front. Here's the skirt back. And remember, this is 1/4, so we're going to cut each, instead of cutting it once on the fold, we're going to cut each of them twice, not on the fold, because we want to match up the stripes. Okay, so again, we're going to smooth out this curve here on the waistline. This paper that I'm using to trace with, I think it's called B paper, B-E-E. You can get a variety of architectural and drawing paper on a roll. something. There's already seam allowance on the back, the center back, so you don't have to add it there. So if you want to, you can put your zipper in the back, or you can put it on the side. Wherever you want to put your zipper, it's up to you how you do that. It's always up to you. Here you go. We're going to smooth out that curve. There we go. There's the curve, smoothed over. I'm going to label this back, cut 2, and once again, we're going to do our 45-degree grain line. We're going to go ahead and cut these pieces out, spread out our fabric, and I'll show you how to lay it out on the fabric so that we have that nice interface with the lines. So what I've done here is I have laid out the front skirt pattern with the grain line along a certain stripe on the front, and I'm tracing around it so I can flip over the pattern for the opposite side of the skirt front and have that grain line along the same stripe so that they can meet in the front. So what I'm showing here is a close-up of the pattern tissue on the fabric stripe. It's helpful to have transparent paper in this case so you can see through it and match it up exactly. And you will turn your pattern over the opposite way for the mirror image and make sure that grain line is right there on that same stripe you had on before. And when you cut the opposite side, they will match up in the front. Okay, so what I was demonstrating is the pattern piece right side up, and I traced it on this, making note of the line that I used for the center front, that grain line, the stripes that we want to match up. Then I flipped it over and had the second piece lining up on that same line. This fabric is right side up. So I'm going to put a pin, as I always do, on the right side so I don't get them mixed up. And you'll see that when we line these center fronts up, we have that beautiful feathering. This is the shape that we wanted in the front. So I'll put up a diagram. The skirt front cut out. This side is not cut out yet. You can certainly cut one out and then place your pattern and cut the other side out after the fact too, like this. You've cut this one out, you match up your stripes and then place this one and cut it out. It's a little bit hard to show on a video, but you want to make note of this line, this 45-degree line that we drew. Put it on your selected stripe, and then when you do, you're going to have that nice V shape in the center. But that's what we want. Okay, and you're going to assemble the back skirt just like we did the front. Make your waistband, put in your zipper, and put it all together. I hope you enjoy your free download. Let me know in the comments how you like it.